Hello everyone, this is Thecos and welcome to today's stream. And kind of happy Halloween. It's a few days early, but I can't stream on Halloween, so we will celebrate Halloween today. I can see that Marv is already in chat, so hey, I'm glad that you could make it. Today I thought that we could play another escape, kind of an escape game. It's like a crime game, a cooperative one. Little story for this one here. If you haven't seen my unboxing, I've said like there how I got to this game. So I actually found out about this before I went to Spiel, and I contacted GateOnGames that would like to get a few copies for the channel. I just wanted to reserve them, but then I met Lydia, and she was so kind to actually provide me with a copy that I could show off on my channel. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to do a live stream. And then, of course, I will like download, edit this a little bit down and upload it as a regular video afterwards. And also, she gave me these mini escapes here. There are like 3 adventures in here, escape rooms, and they all take each take 1 hour each. We will not do these today. I will do those in another live stream. Today, we will be doing mini crimes. But as usual, let me just see if I can find it here. I got a question of the stream for you again this time. I think I forgot it last time. And I got a very different one this time. This is just because I'm looking for input. This Thursday, I'm actually going for like trick-or-treating with like friends of mine and their daughter. And I don't really want to like dress up, right? But I'm looking for something like very easy, quick to make, something that is not too scary, right? Because she's like still very young. She's like only 3 years old. So something that I could just do, something like small, funny. I've thought of several things, but nothing that really came to mind. If you have an idea in the course of the stream, let me know. All right, before we get started, as usual, grab yourself a cup of tea so we can get started. Great. Green tea is always the best thing to drink. Okay, well, then I suppose we can take a look at this little box here. I've prepared nothing except for just removing the shrink wrap. So I have no idea what awaits us today, because I didn't want to, of course, like spoil anything, right? I have to say it just to be safe, right? Just to make sure that you know what you're getting yourself into. Of course, from now on, we will be entering spoiler territory, right? Because we're trying to actually solve this today. Papyrovi Gyarki, I hope I pronounced that correctly, is also in chat. Hey, welcome to the stream. I hope you're doing well. Marv is saying I would wear my Cosmoctopus devotee robe, but I guess you don't have one. No, I don't have one. And when I say something simple, I don't know. And also it's a little bit, is it scary? I don't know. Maybe not too scary. I don't know. Depends on how scary she would find that. All right. So, but thanks for your input so far. So let me just put this like this. Okay, so mini crimes, trick or treat, the Halloween edition. There are like several seasons of mini crimes as far as I know, and each season has like 6 adventures, I think, like 6 crime thingies, and this one is like a special one. It doesn't say here, but it's like special or something, like not a part of any season. So let's see here, mini crimes. In your hands, you have an investigative case that you can play alone or with friends. It takes little space, a bit of time, and a lot of ingenuity. But remember, one case leads to another. In Mini Crimes Trick or Treat, shortly before Halloween, someone attacks Edward Pumpkin in his own living room and makes a mess of his Halloween-themed garden. Who knocked him around? I don't know. It says it takes only 30 minutes. And I mean, I've got you guys, right? You're going to help me. So let's just see. It says here also requires a device connected to the internet to be played, but I don't know of any app that I need to install, so I didn't. But I do have my mobile phone here. I also have sleeves here, just in case I need to sleeve something, and I got like the right pen for that, wipeable pen, and I also got a regular pen here with just some sheets of cardboard, right? Paper, just in case I need it. I don't know. I have no idea what I need for this adventure. All right, so let's open this up and see how this works. Okay. Yeah, I'm too stupid with these kinds of boxes here. Okay, there we go. Mini crimes. Okay, very, very cool. Oh, what's happening here? Oh, do I have enough room? Oh, I might actually have to pan out the camera for this. Let's see. Oh, okay, there's a lot of stuff here. And a lot of text. Okay. So let's just start reading from the beginning. Here you can just keep your score, so we don't really need that at the moment. Okay, very cool. So, mini crimes, trick or treat. Mini crimes, a cooperative investigative game. We already had that. Components, crime scene cards, warning card, 10 clue cards, and the rules printed on the box. Okay, I see. That's similar to like how GameCrafted does that. Important, clue cards have a picture on one side and a description of the result of your investigations on the other. Take care not to peek or read the text on the cards before playing, not even inadvertently. Okay, I will try. Alright, setup. Is here more text? Oh yeah, there's more text here. Oh, we have an introduction here. Maybe we should... No, we don't read this yet. Setup. Read the introduction on... Okay, there we go. On the inner right flap of the box out loud, followed by the 3 questions you have to answer to solve the case. And then we place the crime scene at the center of the table. We will do that later. Alright, so let me take this out here for now. I'm not going to look at any of these cards. Introduction. BoardGameGeek says you're well prepared. Yes, I am. I hope I am. Let's see what we need. Maybe we don't even need anything. But I'm not perfectly prepared. As you can see, the crime scene card here, I don't have a sleeve for that. So, but I might have like larger sleeves for that. And you said paper games. This is an English version. I'm not quite sure. Oh, BoardGameGeek, paper games. I see. That's cool. That's a cool name. I didn't know that. The more you know, right? I've learned something today. That's good. All right, introduction. October 28th, 2024. Oh, this year. Northern suburbs of a town in the Midwest. A typical residential neighborhood made up of mostly by row houses with gardens close to the public park. Edward Pumpkin, a 52-year-old postal clerk, was attacked in his own living room. He's alive and has just regained conscience at the hospital, but he states he doesn't remember what happened. He speaks with his wife, Lorraine Pumpkin. The last name is it's messing me up. It's so funny. We were in bed, asleep. Ed woke me up saying that he heard noises in the garden and that he'd go downstairs to check. I didn't mind it and fell asleep again, she tells you. Then a loud noise woke me up. I called Ed a couple times, but he didn't answer, so I went downstairs. The light was on and he was on the floor. I saw a figure fleeing in the dark of the garden. Recently, her husband argued with Jason Bates, oh, that's not a good last name, who sleeps at the 2nd floor of the building overlooking the garden and has trouble sleeping because of the light of the ornaments, and with Freddie Myers, also not a good last name, Freddie Myers, yeah, I get it, his rival in the contest for the best Halloween-themed garden. Alright, so we have 3 questions here. First of all, who turned the garden upside down? Second, for what reason? 3, how did the events unfold? All right, I might have to read those again in case you can't remember those, but you will have to help me today, right? You know that. So, because I can't solve this by myself. As you have seen with other escape room games, I'm pretty bad at them by myself. All right, and then place the crime scene. It's this one here, right? Yeah, I think so. These are the clue cards, I guess. So I guess this is the crime scene. So let me just open this up here. Okay, cool. So it seems to be a very compact game. Just a few cards. This is just one card. Yeah, okay. So we have the crime scene card here. Okay, so let's put this in the middle. BoardGameGeek is saying it's Polish language, and so we can give tips for you. Yes, of course. I need you. I definitely need you to help me, for sure. Marv is saying, I need to leave after 1 hour. Let's hope we'll get this solved by then. Okay, so that's 8 p.m. for us. For you and me? All right. I think we can. I have you by my side, so I think we should be able to. So if I have to come closer, let me know, right? I just don't know how many cards I need to spread here. But I can come closer. Place the crime scene at the center of the table so that it's visible and reachable by everyone. So by me, right? You can pick it up to better examine it up close, and you can reread the introduction and question it at any time. Place the 10 clue cards with the picture inside a magnifying glass facing up. Okay, I guess these things here. Warning, you're looking at the deck from the wrong side, yeah. I know. Sorry about that. Okay, so 10 clue cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Interesting. So we just spread the entire game out. Oh, okay, that's interesting. Okay, so let me just see how we can best arrange all of that, and then I might be able to come closer even. So let's see. Yeah, I might be able to come a little bit closer. Give me just a moment. Yeah, I think I will be able to. Give me just a moment to actually, because I do have a table that I can that I can change in height, right? Let me just, give me just a moment to do all of that. There we almost, I think that's pretty good. I think that's a lot better now, right? And also let me just check the focus now. Okay, I think like this, right? Let me know how you can see, but you should be able to see quite well now, I hope at least. So, really good. So I can't come any closer, but I think now you should be able to see very well. Maybe I can arrange it in such a fashion that we still have some room for the pumpkin up here. Like this. There you go. I mean, it's a Halloween stream, right? So you need to have something Halloween themed here. Okay, cool. So let's take a look at the rules again. How to play. Carefully examine the crime scene and the visible side of the 10 clue cards. So I'm not allowed to turn them over yet. Sharing your first impressions with all of the other players. Okay. And then together choose one of the clue cards to examine and reveal it, reading its text aloud. Discuss among yourselves, considering the new information you just collected, to decide which clue card to reveal next. Important, you can always examine both sides of the clue cards you have previously revealed. So do I understand it correctly? We can just choose one of the clues. Okay. End of the game. Continue revealing new clue cards and discussing them until you think you are ready to answer the 3 starting questions. Give your answers aloud, be precise and unambiguous. To verify your hypotheses, scan the QR code you will find below. The 3 answers you will find will include some colored words. To be considered correct, your answer must contain those elements. Finally, proceed with calculating your score. Okay, so essentially we're just looking at clues. We're like trying to figure out what happened, and then we will check if that's true. Okay, that's a different approach than the Holiday Hijinks series we've played several times. It's a completely different approach. Okay, very cool. So I'm ready. Marv is saying most important component today. Yeah, unfortunately, no most important components in this box here. That is very sad, but you probably say that the pumpkin is the most important component. But I can do you one better. We can actually put one right here. There you go. So now we have both most important components today. All right. So what do we have here? You should be able to see it well on camera, but let me just read everything out. I'm always saying, yay. Very good. And you're saying that you can see well. That is wonderful. All right. So we have Jason Bates' statement. I don't know where this is right here. I can't see it. I'm too stupid to actually find it here on the picture. And then we have scattered objects right down here, right? Then we have Freddie Meyer's statement. Oh, these are just the statements, right? So these, of course, are not in here. Then with the panic alarm, which you can see here to the right of the glass doors leading to the garden, which has been turned upside down. Panic alarm, yeah. The electrical system, it's right on the outside, probably like triggering all the lights for the Halloween garden, right? Then we have the table here with newspapers and a book. We have sports memorabilia right here on the left shelf, right below the baseball shirt and the baseball bat. So I guess somebody was a baseball fan. Then we have letters, which are here, right here on this shelf over here. And then we have point of recovery. This is right here. There's like a broken glass table, right? And also here up here, frame pictures, right above the right, cupboard there. Okay, that's it. So let me know. What do you want to take a look at first? Let me just know in chat. Papyorovic Yaki is saying Silica pumpkin. Yeah, actually, this is like a decorative pumpkin, right? So it's like a real pumpkin, so to speak. It's not edible. You can't eat it, but it's actually like a real pumpkin, so to speak, right? You just shouldn't eat it. Like you shouldn't eat this either, right? All right. Marv is saying I would start with the letters. Sounds good. All right, so let's pick these up. Can you see? Yes, I think you can see them well enough. So, yeah, these letters here don't really say anything, but they are up here. Maybe that's important, the location. All right, let's turn that over. Oh man, there's a lot of text. Let me see if I can actually do the focus a little bit better so you can read it also. Yeah, there we go. Letters. Yesterday's mail, Lorraine says. My husband started opening it last night. Then he was distracted by something he saw on the newspaper. I think we have that. Oh no, that's the newspaper we have also someplace, right? Right here. You notice an electricity bill. The chronology shows it tripled consumption in October and the extra price covering the secondary fuse box. There's also a letter from the bank with the yearly overview. You find quite a lot of expenses. The regular acquisition of a salary, a medium-low sum coherently with what you know about the job, but also 3 big payouts at irregular intervals from a jeweler in the nearby city. There's a lot of information here, right? So the most important things probably are the consumption, right? The electricity bill. Then we have a lot of expenses. And also like 3 big payouts from a jeweler in the nearby city. I think these are the most important things, right? Or do you see anything else that I'm missing? But I think that is not too bad. Then let me maybe get a piece of paper. I mean, I am prepared after all, right? Now I need to fix the exposure again, the focus again. Give me a moment. There we go. That should be fine. All right, so what we have is, yeah, let me do it like this. Here we just say letters, right, like this. Letters. We have high electricity bill. Then we also have, what else did we have? We also had like the jeweler expenses, right? Expenses. This was October, I think, right? And also we have generally just a lot of expenses. Okay. Did I miss anything? I think that's it, right? So what should we look at next? We have several things we can take a look at, right? We do have the newspaper, because he was distracted by the newspaper, right? Yeah, Marv was saying the same thing, exactly. Distracted by newspaper. Yeah, let me also write that down. That's a good point. Distracted by newspaper. Okay. So let me know what you would like to take a look at. I think the newspaper would be interesting. Can we see the electricity bills someplace? Well, we have the electrical system, right? We have that. But we don't have like any bills or anything, right? Not really. So maybe the newspaper, right? The table here. Maybe we also have like the bill there. I'm not quite sure. Let me just remove that. So yeah, maybe you should take a look at the newspaper. I think that's a good idea. So, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Right here. Okay. Wow, we have a lot of text here. I was saying awesome, interesting info. You mean here, right? Yeah, exactly. So let's take a look. I will have to, you know what I might try today. I don't know if that's, I usually don't like to do that, but let me just do the focus automatic today. So maybe that works. Let's see. Table. The scrapbook contains newspaper cutouts about the victim's garden. In yesterday's newspaper, there is an article on the contest for the best Halloween-themed garden. It cites the victim, supposedly the frontrunner, and Myers, the ex-champion, unbeaten until 2020. There's also an article on a certain Solomon Archer, released just a few days ago due to technicality, who, in 2020, robbed the jewelry in the town center. He was arrested in the Northern Park, but the diamonds have never been found. The third article is on a string on recent thefts in his area. The thieves disable the alarm and act unhindered thanks to the absence of the owners. Huh. Interesting. Okay, so we have like lots of stuff to cover here as well. So let's take a look at the table. Right? So what do we have? We have the electricity bill, right? Oh no, wait, table here. We have a scrapbook with the cutouts. So we have like the garden, right? The garden contest. Garden contest. Okay, so the victim seems to be the front runner this time. This time, right? Instead of Myers, which usually is the front runner, right? The winner instead of Myers. Okay. Then we also have what was it? Solomon Archer. He like robbed the jewelry store, robbed the jewelry in the town center, right? So we also have that. There we go. Myers, okay. Pabiari Gayaki is saying disabled alarm. Yeah, let's look at that in just a moment. And Marv saying Myers won until the jewelry was robbed. Is that the same year? Really? Oh yeah, you're right. Oh, you're right. Oh, that's good. That's really good. So, jewelry robber, right? And that's instead of Myers, that's 2020, and that's also 2020. Okay, so we might have a connection here actually. Okay, cool. And then we also have thefts in the area, recent thefts in the area, disabling the alarm, and I think that is what Pabiorov. Can I just call you Paper Games? It's a little bit easier. It's saying with disabled alarm, right? Disabled alarms. Okay, thank you for allowing me to do that. Okay, so distracted by the newspaper. This is actually all of this here, right? So he was reading this stuff and was then distracted, right? And disabled alarms, that will be the next thing we will take a look at, right? Anything else we should take a look at, in your opinion? But I think that's not too bad. I think we are on a good streak here at the moment. Yeah, I think it makes sense to take a look at the alarms. So that's the panic alarm here, right? No, yeah, it should be the panic alarm, I think, right? Or should we take a look at the electrical system first? This could both be interesting, right? We still have the high electricity output, right? Consumption, and then also we have but that's a panic alarm. Is that the alarm that is being disabled? Probably, right? I guess so, yeah. Well, let's take the alarm for now and see what we find here. All right, panic alarm. If you pull that lever, Lorraine tells you, an alarm sounder is triggered and the police is automatically alerted. My Ed became paranoid shortly after we moved here. Don't ask me why. We don't own anything of value and we moved in this town. And also because it's so quiet. Still, the recent string of thefts proved him right. You call the police HQ. It appears that yesterday the alarm wasn't triggered, yet the system is intact and ready. Okay. Doesn't tell us too much, right? So we can go down here to the panic alarms. Panic alarm. Yeah, not triggered. Intact and ready. Okay. That doesn't really tell me anything. I don't know if it tells you anything, right? But I'm not quite sure what to make of that. So, wait. An alarm, if you pull that lever, an alarm sound is triggered and the police is automatically alerted. Yeah, okay, sure. I mean, it's an alarm, right? Okay. Marv is also saying it doesn't tell us anything, and Paper Games is saying they haven't any valuables. I mean, she's saying that, right? And we could take a look at. Oh no, we don't have the statement of Ed himself, right? We only have like the two suspects here. But no, according to her, there are no valuables there. But I don't believe that, right? Because we do have that jewelry stuff here. So I think there must be something, right? And I mean, he did have expenses for the jeweler here. So there must be some valuable someplace, right? Yeah, exactly. Lorraine said that. So it doesn't really tell us a lot. And you know what? Let's take a look at the electrical system next, because, right, we still have that high electricity bill in October. I mean, it's clear what it's for, I guess, but let's just take a look what we have here. Electrical system. Electricity inside the house is up and running, but the ornaments in the garden don't light up. Okay, you notice that they aren't connected to the house's electrical system. Lorraine tells you that they tend to overload the fuse box. So Ed had another one installed for the purpose on the other side of the garden. Okay, so there is like an extra fuse box just for the electrical stuff. The secondary fuse box is located on the wall of the small apartment complex overlooking the garden and is connected to the trusses up above. At 1.5 meters from the ground, the cables have been cut shortly before connecting to the box. Okay, so that, but if that is a different fuse box, does that explain the high electricity bill? Who pays for that if there's an extra fuse box? Well, I guess he will still have to pay that, right? I'm not sure. Okay, so we have the electrical system. Let me put that here on the left here. Electrical system, like this. So we have, it's an extra fuse box. Wires have been cut, right? Okay. I like this kind of game. That's like way different than most games, right? It like holds your hand much less. High electricity bill, I guess that goes to the fuse box, right? I guess this is why the electricity bill was so high. The wires have been cut. We have this here. No. Didn't we have anything with like cut wires? Wait. Oh man. So what are you all saying here? Okay. Oh wow. Okay. The chat is going crazy at the moment. So what do we have? They haven't any value. Lorraine said, I guess, yeah, he lied to his wife. Who would do that? Yeah, Marv. Okay, who would do that? Paper Games is saying maybe she thinks they do not have any valuables and thinks alarm is useless. Yeah. Marv was saying it wasn't the letters. The bill for the second fuse box. Yeah. Okay. Thanks. That's why I need you guys. And Paper Games is also enjoying that. That's cool. Yeah, I like that. This is very cool. I'm looking forward to like playing the larger escape things soon by GateOnGames. So let's see. You know, the electricity bill, fuse box. No, that's not what I mean. I mean the table here, I think. The third article is on a string of recent thefts. The thieves disabled the alarm, so they don't cut. Oh, I have an idea. Could it be that the thieves wanted to break into the house, although they don't have any valuables? Who knows if that is true? And they thought they would disable the alarm by cutting the wires outside of the fuse box, but actually these were just for the lights. Does it make sense? Please let me know if I'm crazy or if that makes sense, because that would explain why these wires are cut, right? Because they think like, oh, it's a fuse box, so it must be. Mom was saying could be. Okay, so I'm not completely stupid. So this here disabled alarms and the wires have been cut. Let me just do like a dotted line here that this might be connected. Yeah, it kind of makes sense for me. Mom was saying the bill was high because of all the lights. Yeah, that's why the neighbor complained, exactly. So yes, he seemed to be paying for his decoration. Morph Odd was the annoyed neighbor who wanted to sleep. Yeah, okay. Okay, I mean, it's possible, right? Annoyed neighbor, question mark. Okay. So what do we take a look at? I would hand this over to you now, because all of the other things are just, I think, these are just, yeah, they don't have any connection to anything we have read at the moment, right? So I don't know which one you would take a look at. In the meantime, let me just have another sip of tea. And I see I do have quite some delay here, actually. It could be like around 5 to 6 seconds. So, we still have these statements. These might be quite interesting later. Marv is saying, all the jewelry theft in 2020, let me pull this up again here. Right here in 2020, hid the stolen jewelry in Ed's garden. Oh, now they were afraid that his garden is getting too much attention if it wins, resulting in finding the jewelry. Ooh, this is a cool theory. This is cool. Yeah, the jewelry thief, yeah. Oh, that's a cool idea, okay. Let me put the jewelry robber. Let me put like something here, and in brackets, hidden in garden. Oh, I'm writing really. This doesn't look good. Sorry, it's very small and very ugly. But okay, can we look in the garden? We don't have anything like to look at in the garden, right? Except for the electric system, we already did that. So why don't we take a look at maybe these scattered objects and see what we have here. Oops, don't turn that over yet. I think I would like to take like these statements at the end, right? But let's see. Scattered objects. Oh wait, Marv is saying something. On the other hand, if they break into the garden and destroy it, the police is sure to show up. I guess my theory is wrong. Maybe, yeah. I don't know. It's very, very strange. Also, we have like several suspects. So Freddie Myers is like the garden guy, right? And Jason Bates, was he like the neighbor? Yeah, no. Yeah, exactly. That's the neighbor. So we have the neighbor here, and then we have the other garden guy there. Okay. Scattered objects. What is now scattered on the ground was probably on the glass table, which shattered. You find fruit, the bowl that it used to store it, a pen, and a slightly crumpled piece of paper, scrawled in a hasty handwriting, kind of like mine is today. I usually have a nicer handwriting, but today I don't know what I'm doing here. Give back what is mine, or next time things will be far worse. Lorraine confirms this is not her husband's handwriting. Okay, so I guess we are still saying like that Lorraine's husband, right? That Mr. Pumpkin is actually like not doing anything bad, right? And telling the truth. That means somebody wants to take something back, which might be some kind of jewelry. So you might actually be right, Marv. So let's write that down. Scattered objects. Let me just put that maybe put here. Scattered objects. There we go. So we have I think it doesn't matter, but let me just put it here. Fruit plus bowl. Then we have a pen. Then we have a paper with, let me say, thread, right? Okay. Not by husband. Probably, if that is true. Okay. Marv is saying, I like your handwriting, looks very artsy. Oh, thank you. It can be a little bit nicer even, but today, somehow it's not. But, you know, there are those days where sometimes it's a little bit better and sometimes it's not. Just with like making music, right? If I like take out my guitar and I sing a few songs, sometimes it sounds horrible and sometimes it sounds decent. I can never tell before I try, actually. Okay, so, yeah, I guess we don't have anything to, you know what I think? I think we should take a look at the pictures, right? Because there are some medals here. And maybe that gives us more insight into like the relationship between like this Myers guy and the pumpkin guy, right? So let's take a look at that. Framed pictures. Focus. Focus. It doesn't really want to focus. There we go. Frame pictures. 3 of them are photos of the garden decked for Halloween between the victim's house and the low apartment complex. Okay. The plagues include the year 21, 22, and 23. According to the small rosettes, Ed has always won the first prize. Before that, Freddie Myers used to win almost every time, Lorraine says. That's why he hated Ed so much. Alright, we already know that. But now we also know that Ed actually hates him. Ed is being hated by by that Freddy guy. You ask about the remaining frame. Oh, that. It was the summer of 2020. The house was already under construction, but because of the pandemic, very recent, it took 6 more months to finish up the work. Summer 2020. Okay, so the house wasn't even finished until 2020. So the house was actually finished in 21, which means that Ed has always won this contest as long as he has had the house, right? Because the house was only finished in 21. Marv is saying, oh yeah, it says 2021 when the jewelry was stolen. Wasn't that 2020? I said 2020 here. Wait, really? Was it 21? No, not the letters. It was the table. No, 2020. In 2020, the jewelry was stolen, robbed. I was under construction when it was stolen. I meant, yeah. Ooh, okay, that's a good point. Okay, let me find. No, where is it? Here, frame picture. So, what we know is, we know that. Let me put that at the top. Maybe we know that. That what is the guy's name again? The Myers guy, Freddy, I think, right? Freddy doesn't like Ed, right? We know that. So that is important. We know that. Also, we know, let me put that under frame picture so we can find it again. By the way, I'm so stupid. I'm always asking on which card can I find the info, but I mean, I put like the card titles here, right? Okay, whatever. Framed pictures. We know that house under construction in 2020, finished in 2021, and we do have the jewelry robber here, right? It's the same year. Let me do it like this. Same year. I think this could be important, right? This one here up here is important, of course. Okay. And the thread is important, right? So we have here, these are like the most important things. And maybe also the wires have been cut here, right? Okay, there we go. These are like the most important takeaways so far. Okay. Well, okay. So we're almost through. Let's take a look at the questions in between again, right? Let's see. Who turned the garden upside down? Okay, we still don't know that. For what reason and how did the event unfold? I think it has to do with the jewelry. I think we now need to figure out probably the jewelry robbers actually really put this in the garden, right? Like when the house was under construction, right? Then the house was done being constructed, and somebody then is now maybe digging for the jewelry. I think your idea wouldn't be too bad, actually, right? But we might have actually two things. You might have like some robber, but we might also have the neighbor who just turned the garden, not the gay neighbor, I mean this Freddy guy who just turned the garden upside down. There might be two culprits here, right? That's possible. I'm not sure. Alright, sports memorabilia, point of recovery. Let's take a look at the point of recovery. I think that's probably more important. Let's see what it says here. Focus, please. Focus. Okay, it doesn't really want to do that. I might need a new camera. I'm actually planning to get a new camera at some point. If I can. Come on. There we go. Point of recovery. The unconscious victim was found here. Ed was struck on the head from behind with a flat, hard object that knocked him out. Then he fell on the glass table. The position in which he was found suggests he had been running towards the left wall, probably to grab the baseball bat. Unfortunately, the victim doesn't remember anything besides going downstairs to check. His slippers didn't show traces of dirt, and on his body there are no further signs of a struggle. Does that tell us anything? I don't really think so, right? I mean, he was definitely being knocked out from behind with with a flat, hard object, whatever that is, right? Marv is saying, but what about the paper with the threat? Wouldn't that mean that Ed stole the jewelry from the original thief? Well, maybe Ed was the thief. No, doesn't make sense. I mean, he has jewelry expenses, right? We still have that. Huh. I don't know. I can't put my finger on it. Yeah, I guess he has the jewelry somehow. I don't know why he has these jewelry expenses, right? Why he has those. Mo was saying, why would someone who wants to claim something back hit him unconscious from behind? Because he wants to steal it. I guess, right? I mean, he could also like go to Ed and say, hey, give me back my stuff. But maybe Ed doesn't know? I don't know. Let's take a look at the sports memorabilia. I don't think we will find anything there, but you never know, right? Sports memorabilia. Lorraine Pumpkin, I can't get over the name, tells you that her husband began collecting them a couple of years ago. I don't know how much they're worth. I don't know how much they're worth. I mind the house, he brings in the money and keeps the budget. Once, if he'd wasted money on these things, I would have gotten angry, but in 2021 my Ed had a big promotion. He deserves them. Oh, he had a promotion. So since then he's like earning more money. He deserves them. Did he have a promotion? Oh no, I think he might have to do something with like stealing the jewelry. He deserves them. The trophies could be worth $100 to $200 each, but nothing appears to be missing. In the big drawer you find a small lockbox with a double bottom. Oh, Lorraine says, I didn't know about it. It's locked. If shaken, it feels full of small objects. The jewels are in the lockbox, for sure. He is a liar. I said it in the very beginning. Or we said it in the very beginning that he's a liar. Alright. Okay, that was a sudden outburst of emotions, but he's a liar, for sure. So, let me just put... can you see that on screen? Yeah, I think you can. That's sports memorabilia. So, lockbox with jewelry, question mark, and also promotion. Oh, that was wrong. Promotion in 2021, I think. Yeah. Okay, so it's all like connected somehow. Okay. Mob saying, but then the paper doesn't make sense. Yeah. So it's all connected somehow. Okay, so we're almost through. I suggest the following. We still have 15 minutes until Marv needs to leave. So let's take a look at both statements. We will write everything down that's somehow important, and then we will try to like come up with the best theory that we can. I think that makes sense, right? Okay. We have these statements. Maybe we put those on a new sheet of paper, actually. Mom was saying 25 minutes is fine. All right. Somebody's hooked. Okay. So, we have these statements. Statements. Now I'm making such a big deal out of it, but maybe these statements are like really irrelevant, right? And I just think they might be important. So, we have Jason here in just a moment. Who's Jason Bates again? Jason Bates is the neighbor, the annoyed neighbor, as Marv is saying all the time. Annoyed neighbor. And then we also have Freddy. I'm just calling him the garden guy. Right? Like the other garden guy. Okay. Yeah, I'm always saying neighbor again. Yeah, I know. I'm too stupid to actually remember. I'm very bad with names, by the way, right? And that's funny because I actually studied to be a teacher. And I finished my studies, and I also did a bit of teaching, right? Like the children were always like mocking me with that, like, right? Like playing like pranks on me because I couldn't remember any names. Very easy. I was a very easy target. Annoyed neighbor, exactly. Jason Bates' statement. All right. Please focus. Oh, come on, camera. Okay, now, there we go. I didn't hear anything because I was sleeping soundly, Jason says, and I woke up only when the ambulance came with the sirens blaring. Then he adds, now that I think of it, in 2 separate occasions over the course of the last days, I noticed a man staring at the garden from the street, always after sunset. But he was far from the ornament's light, so I really can't say more than this. I wouldn't be surprised if it had something to do with what was on the newspaper yesterday. Okay, interesting. So, man watching house at night for days. Connected to what was on the newspaper list yesterday? Newspaper. Yeah, which one was that? Which of these articles was that? Newspaper. Marv is saying he's lying. He used to complain he could not sleep because of the lights, wasn't he? Yeah, he was. They're all lying. Everybody's lying. Everybody's lying. Table. Here. Yesterday's newspaper, it was the contest article. Okay. Because the other thing was a few days ago, the Solomon Archer thing. Right? So yesterday was the garden contest. Connected to garden contest question mark. Okay. I think that's a red herring. Just like you say, Marv. I don't quite believe that. I still think the neighbor is one of the bad guys. Okay, last statement. Then we need to have a solution, right? Freddie Meyer's statement. I found out about the accident this morning. I often argued with Edward, but I don't have anything to do with what happened. I just wished I could get a fair competition. Before he moved here in 2021, we used to challenge ourselves to create the best ornaments, all in good fun. And I'm proud to say I used to win quite often. Which is not true. He always won. Until 2020. But it was something honest, recreational. Ed, on the other hand, spends absurd amounts of money. Last year I discovered he even paid for a set designer. What's the point? He didn't deserve those victories. Okay, Freddy. Says he's not guilty. I'm not quite sure if that is true, to be honest. Then says Ed didn't deserve victories. Okay. Of course he's saying that. Oops. Victories. Okay. So, Mo was saying, maybe Lorraine is the biggest liar. They're all liars. She found out her husband was lying to her and just for fun hit him unconscious. Oh, I love this. I love this. Why accident? But Freddy's statement is in line with the story, so he might be honest, yeah. I mean, everything points towards Freddy at the beginning, right? But it's rarely in those types of games and crime cases, it's like the most obvious person usually isn't the person, right? Jason's also saying, like, it must be, like, this guy, but I don't really think so. Why are you saying why accident? Found out about the accident. Well, I don't know. Well, Freddy maybe doesn't know that that Ed was struck down, right? Maybe he just thinks Ed was just, I don't know, falling for whatever reason, right? All right, so we have all the information that we can get. We can't have any more information. So we need to now come up with a hypothesis here. Again, the questions are, who turned the garden upside down? It's not focusing again. That's what, there we go. Who turned the garden upside down? For what reason? And how did the events unfold? Okay. So, let's just see. Let's just try to find like some hypothesis and then we can actually check that in the app or something. I think there was like this QR code, right? Yeah, the solution here. Right. Give me just a moment. Helpful tips. The information written behind the clue cards isn't enough to solve the case. You'll also have to consider the crime scene and the illustrations of the clue cards. Okay, let's do that in a moment as well. After reviewing the clue card, you can still look at its illustration at any time, okay? Carefully examining the crime scene and the illustrations of the clue cards will help you avoid red herrings. The introduction often contains very useful information. Don't hesitate to read it again during the game. Okay, so that means... let's take a look at the illustrations as well. So, we do have the crime scene here. Okay, just take a look at the crime scene, right? In case there's anything that we missed. Like here's a shovel, right? We didn't see the shovel before. This is like what Ed was probably struck with, right? It says like a flat, hard object, right? So it must be the shovel, right? So, okay. Let's just write a few things down that we already know for our solution. So, we know Ed hit with shovel, right? That's one thing we know, right? The shovel has some dirt on it. Yeah. So somebody was like, the person who actually struck Ed down also dug in the garden, right? So dug holes in garden. That was before, right? So we have a connection here, right? First dug holes in garden, and then we go over to head with shovel. Yes, you're right. These are dirty footsteps. Somebody came from the outside. Yeah, that's probably like whoever dug these holes in garden, right? Then someone came in and hit Ed with a shovel. Because like one of these cards also said that Ed had like that he didn't have any dirt on him, right? It doesn't make any sense that he's like cleaning himself and then being hit on the head, right? So somebody dug these holes and then hit Ed with a shovel. I still think that this is just one person and somebody that cut the wires to disable alarm, but disabled lights instead, right? That's something that must have happened before that. So, like this, right? Marv is saying, how did they come in if the alarm was intact? Yeah, I don't know that yet. No, but the alarm, I think the alarm doesn't go off if somebody comes in, right? They said the alarm goes off if you press it, right? Wait. Alarm, panic alarm. Panic alarm, here. If you pull that lever, an alarm sounder is triggered and the police is automatically alerted, right? So nobody just triggered it. Yeah. Okay. Interesting. One thing that is interesting is that Ed didn't go to the alarm to call the police, but actually went in this direction here. Oh, because of the jewelry. The wife, Lorraine, thought that Ed wanted to go to the left here in order to get the baseball bat. But he wanted to get the jewelry. Maybe. Or something like that. Okay. Okay. So, that means, what did the culprit then do? Hit Ed with a shovel? And then ran away, or what? I guess. So we have a jewelry robber. But that is Solomon Archer, right? So it's not Ed. Ed somehow must have gotten these jewels. However, he got them. I don't know. And he's also still paying, like paying stuff for jewelry. I just don't know why, right? I don't know why. And also, the garden contest is, I think the garden contest is a red herring, right? So let's take a look at the image again, just in case you missed anything else. Is there anything else we miss? I actually don't see anything. Yeah, I think the shovel was very important. But apart from that, I don't really think there's anything else. Not really. I think the footsteps and the shovel, these are very important. I think the rest is fine, actually. Morph is saying, does he pay for jewels or get money from the jeweler shop? He pays for the. He pays for the. He pays them, I think. That was the letters. Right here. Yes, it's mail. Blah 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 blah. Here, there's also a letter from the bank with the yearly overview. You find quite a lot of expenses, the regular accreditation of a salary, but also 3 big payouts at irregular intervals. Oh no, from a jeweler, you're right. Oh. Huh? What? So, okay, that means the jeweler has been paying him. But why? Oh, okay, that's a good point. That's a really good point. Jeweler paid Ed 3 times. Marv was saying he sold part of the jewelry. Yeah, I guess. That's a good idea. That means... Oh, and the Solomon Archer is the guy who is trying to get the jewels back. That's why he suddenly had money, Marv was saying, without a promotion, which was a lie to his wife. Exactly. I thought the promotion was a lie as well, because it says here, the regular accreditation of a salary, a medium-low sum. Right? So he doesn't really earn a lot. Okay. Jeweler paid Ed 3 times for jewels. Then we have Solomon Archer. Watches Ed and wants jewels back, right? We have that. So the jeweler is paying Ed. Oh, you can see it. Sorry about that. So now it's better. So the jeweler paid Ed 3 times for the jewels, right? Because he's selling those. Solomon Archer watches him and wants the jewels back. And then Solomon Archer is cutting the wires, digging holes in the garden, hitting Ed with a shovel, right? What I still don't know is why Ed wanted to actually go to the jewelry in that moment. To give it back to him? I don't know. I don't quite know that. But that is like my theory so far. I think we're not quite done yet, but we're close. The questions. Marv is preparing a closing statement, I think. Who turned the garden upside down? Solomon Archer, I would say. For what reason? To find the jewelry. How did the events unfold? We're still doing that. Morpheus, he wanted the baseball bat to get rid of Solomon. You think so? That's what Lorraine is saying. But in the same cupboard is also that lockbox with the jewels, right? Morpheus saying, no, I gave up the closing statement. You were faster. Well, not quite by myself, right? You were helping a lot. But I think that makes sense. Morpheus saying that's what makes sense. Yeah, it makes sense that he wanted to get the baseball bat, but it's kind of weird that in the same cupboard is also the lockbox. But maybe that's just a red herring, right? So yeah, okay. Are we? Do you feel confident in our solution? Should we just check if we are right? I think we should take a look, right? Let me just see. Discord is reminding me that Thecos is streaming live. Well, that's nice. Thank you. Okay. Marvin's saying yes. It's just telling us that he actually had the jewels. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. I guess you are right. So, QR code. And then right there. Yeah, do that. Okay. So let's see if that is... Oh, log in as guest. Yes, log in as guest, I guess. Okay. Yeah, I got it. All mini crimes. And then... Which one do we have? Here. Trick or treat. Okay. So we are ready to look at the solution now. So let's see if we are right or not. I hope you can see it and it's not too glossy here. Oh, you're still saying something. Marv is saying Solomon would not hit him unconscious if Ed said, I will get them for you. Yeah, you're right. That would be kind of stupid, right? Wait, I will get you the jewels. What? What did he say? Bam. No, yeah, it doesn't make sense. Alright, shortly before Halloween, someone attacks Edward Pumpkin in his own living room and makes a mess of his Halloween-themed garden. Who knocked him around? Oh, this is cool. Look. No, I don't want to chat with you. Thank you very much. This is very cool because you actually can download the solution as a PDF. That's pretty cool. You can just download it, not look at it, right? And if you're like playing with other people, you can just pull up the paper later on. That's pretty cool. Check the solution. Who turned the garden upside down? It was Solomon Archer. Yes, we got that right. For what reason? He did it in order to recover the diamonds he had hidden 4 years earlier during his escape. That's right. So far, 2 out of 3. Now is the big one. How did the events unfold? Solomon cut the electric cables in order to avoid acting in full light. That's correct. Oh no, we were not quite right. We thought he cut the cables to disable the alarm. But important is they said in the rules that we need to get like the highlighted things correct, right? So why he did it is not as important, but he did cut the electric lights and we had that, like the cables. Then he began to dig, but he didn't find anything. Exactly. Previously, Edward had discovered the jewels, obviously, but kept silent about it and spent the money for his own obsessions. That's correct. When the victim opened the garden window, he found himself face to face with Solomon, who wanted the diamonds back. But Edward, over time, had already sold several. As such, he ran back inside the house. But rather than using the alarm and get the police involved, he went for the baseball bat. Of course, he didn't want the police to actually see that with the jewels, right? He didn't want that. Solomon chased him inside and struck him down with a blow from his shovel, causing Edward to fall over the table. Edward's wife woke up and began calling her husband from the upper floor. Archer wrote a hasty warning for Edward on a piece of paper and escaped through the dark garden. Very cool. The whole story. And then we have the whole story here. Oh, that is very long. I don't think I will read all of that out, but very, very cool. You can just check the page yourself, right? And then you can check out the story yourself if you want to. That's just a little bit too long now here, but very cool. And then also we have some trivia here about like what Halloween is, and also you see the names appearing in this comedy crime are inspired to a number of famous characters from movies. Yeah, of course, right? So Freddy Myers is clear, right? It's Michael Myers and Freddy Krueger, right? Pumpkin, okay, that's just Pumpkin. I don't know about Ed and Lorraine, I'm not quite sure. Edward Scissorhands maybe? Lorraine, I'm not sure. And we also had Jason Bateman. Yeah, Jason Bateman, right? That's here from Hitchcock, right? I think. Jason Bates. Oh no, I only know Mr. Bates from Downton Abbey. I'm not quite sure, but yeah. I was saying he wrote the paper after the hit. Yeah, I didn't get that either. We were right to some extent, but not 100%. We were right with everything that was highlighted, I think, right? So that's like the solution to be like correct. Yeah. So we were right with the highlighted stuff, but like the small details we didn't quite get. But I would give us like an A- for our solution. I think we did pretty well. So yeah, that is already it. Very cool. That was Mini Crimes, the Trick or Treat Special Edition. Very, very cool thing, actually. I enjoy that quite a bit. And there are lots of those. You can just check their webpage. I think they have like 2 or 3 seasons. Each season has like 6 of these mini crimes. And I think they, like each season, like these different crimes connect to each other somehow, I think. And then they have a few like standalones, special ones, like this one here, the seasonal one. So, pretty cool. Morph is saying, Ed did not steal the diamonds, he found them, but well, close enough. Yeah, well, we said in the beginning that Ed stole the diamonds. Later on, we didn't mention it anymore. But it makes sense that he found them, right? It makes sense because, like, yeah. But yeah, you're right. We didn't, like, explicitly, like, say it afterwards again. Morph is saying, given we could not talk and only type, yes, yeah, for that, I think we did really, really well. So, very, very cool. I enjoyed this a lot. So, I have lots of those things planned, like, within the next few months, right? What I also got from Lydia, from GateOnGames, thank you for that a lot, is, like, the mini escapes. There are, like, 3 escape rooms here, so to speak, right? I will also stream those live quite soon. And also I have these to unlock short adventures, like each one half an hour each as well, just like the mini crimes. I will also stream those quite soon, right? And then also I will download this, like this live stream again, and then edit it down a little bit, and also upload it as a regular video for everyone who couldn't actually watch today. So that was cool. Marv is saying we did well. I think so as well. Thank you so much for your help. That was fun. This is fun because this is actually like a real deduction game, right? Like these escape rooms are good as well. But there's like a lot of puzzles and stuff, which is also cool. But I also like this here, right? Trying to deduce what actually happened. I had the feeling that we had like a lot of info here, but we really had to like think, right? So that is like, I mean, you also think with the escape rooms, but we like had to really like deduce the things here, like what happened. That's very cool. I like this a lot. Rubinho is saying Ed and Lorraine Warren were paranormal investigators. Oh, really? Oh, I didn't know that. I thought Ed, I think he's called Edward. I thought they meant Edward Scissorhands or something, but oh, I didn't know that. Okay, yeah, I don't know these kind of things. I'm not very deep into these paranormal things, so thank you. Thank you for letting me know. Yeah, very cool. All right, well, Marv is saying Katie Bates is an actress. Oh, okay. Okay. I thought it was like maybe, wasn't it like Jason Bateman or something? Like the Hitchcock guy? Oh, Katie Bates from Misery. You're right, Stephen King. Okay, yeah, that could also be it. Okay. Very cool. So you see, we're also like trying to solve more mysteries after we're done. Rob is saying the Warrens live near me. They do? Really? Okay, that's pretty cool. Wow. Okay, I mean, what we're uncovering here after we have solved the crime is like, it's like very crazy. Really, really cool. All right, well, we solved the mystery. Thank you so much for watching and for helping me solve this, right? And if you ever have any ideas within the next few days, let me know, right? I'm still looking for that very simple Halloween costume. So yeah, maybe you have something there. Just hit me up on Discord, social media, whatever, right? But I need something very soon because in 4 days I already need it. So yeah. All right, Marv needs to go. I need to go. I'm gonna go and close the stream, end the stream as well. Thank you, Rob, Shirley, Marv, Rubinho, and everybody, and Paper Games, everybody who participated and watched today, and everybody else who I don't see in chat at the moment. Thank you so much for watching and doing this with me. The next live stream will be coming up quite soon, I think. So keep a look out for that. We will probably do another escape game because I really like those. Okay, thank you so much for watching. And I will see you very soon on my channel or on my Discord server. Take care, everyone. Stay safe and cheers.